Hello, welcome to episode 20, and it's celebration time down at Alfreton town. After the disappointment of the playoff final defeat last season, we have won promotion as champions to League One without really bringing any superb players in or having any really outstandingly brilliant players. I suppose Spencer Everest would be the next big one to go off the production line. But, he's still learning at the moment. He's not the sort of player that Ryan was or that Murph was or Marlon Pack or Brian or anybody like that. He's a completely different player. But with a modest budget that I've worked to and a modest transfer policy and contract policy, we have won League 2. And we have... Why isn't this one? There we are. We have been top since then. Look at that. Since March the 4th we have been top of the league, and we have not budged since. That is a superb effort and something that the club should be proud of. So we've gone up. We've got one more game left, so unless we lose we're going to hit 100 points or more. Dagenham and Newport went down in the end. Newport were down from after about 17 games, to be fair. They took them 17 games to register a win. So they've been gone for quite some time, which is a shame for them. Wimbledon nearly getting pulled into it, but they had enough to stay ahead of Dagenham, and it's Wimbledon who we play in today's live game, which is the final game of the season. And then once that's out of the way, we will go through player stats and stuff, a little end of the season video for you. So last time out you saw us draw 1-1. Wait a second, sorry about that guys. We have an absolute dickhead of a postman. Absolute dickhead. He's just come and put some post in the box and then hammered the door and walked off thinking nobody was here. So I've just nearly knocked 10 shades of shit out of him, to be honest, because he does it all the time. He winds our dog up, because our dogs are soft as shit. I mean, he sounded pretty rough and scary because he's a big dog, but he's not. He's as soft as shit. But he hates that postman, because we used to have a fence. Well, we didn't used to have a fence out the front so you could walk over to the next door neighbour's garden. He used to bang on the window as you walked by. So I've just nearly knocked the crap out of the prick, but never mind, that's a different story for another time. I need to bore you to death with that. So anyway, where was I? Yeah, a 1-1 draw with Port Vale last time out. We then beat Gillingham 2-1, Bass and Don Baxay. Bass has now moved forwards to left midfielder because he seems to be developing better as a left midfielder and a left back. Then a 1-1 draw with Aki Stanley. Bradders got the goal. A 2-1 win over Hartlepool thanks to Bradders and Everest. Then Bass and Everest won us the game against Walsall 2-1. Then a 2-2 draw against York, Hughes, Mason and Sakaja, before Bass and Mason got the goals against Dagenham in a 2-0 win. Then a 2-0 win against Wrexham, Hughes, Mason and Everest. And then we bettered last season's 6-0 win over, well, they bettered, we conceded 3, but we bettered our 6 goals scored against Cheltenham last season with a 7-goal haul in our last match. So I'm going to show you the goals from that, because it's a decent game to look at, isn't it, really, when you've got 10 goals in the game. Oh no, we're not responding. Bear with me a second guys, I'll pause it while it sorts itself out. Oh, it's done it. No pause required. So Keith with a shot, I thought he scored that. Mind you though, I didn't see the first couple of goals. I must admit I'd gone for a pee. So there you go. They actually took the lead. Telling's in goal today as well. By the way, I forgot to mention he was put in goal. And Ryan Hall got his first goal for the club. He was on loan from Leeds with a view to a permanent move, which is set at £7,000 at the minute. Sakaja then set Bradders up for 2-1. I don't remember putting Telling in goal at all. Hall to O'Keefe for 3. Mind you though, I had a bit of a break beforehand, so I don't know if maybe I thought I'd give him a run out as it's towards the end of the season, then saved it and came back to play it. I don't know. Anyway, here's Mason Hughes to Bradley for his second in the game. That made it 4, was that? 4-1, I believe. And then they made it 4-2 thanks to Daryl Duffy, his second of the game. We then made it 5-3, I think. 5-2, sorry. What did we? I can't remember. Yeah, Mason. Oh, beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. I played these yesterday, you see, so I can't fully remember what the hell was happening. And Duffy got his hat-trick to make it 5-3. Yeah, 5-3. It's his 30th of the season, Jesus. Then number 6 came for us after soaking up some of their pressure. Some patient build-up and a cracking effort there to play it over. It would have been a brilliant ball if it had gone through. Then Robbie Taylor into Mason, into Hughes Mason, who slotted it past the keeper for 6. And their fans must be sick of coming to Alfreton, because the 7th was added not long after, thanks to Hughes Mason. I say not long after, it was quite a while after, but Hughes Mason got his second and completed the 7-3 route. So we're going to go off now. We are the champions, and we're going to hopefully finish as champions do with a win. Mind you, normally champions lose on the last game of the season, don't they? So we're going to go out there and give it a go. I'm going to start with this lineup, and we'll take it from there. Give the guys a bit of a run out that have played most of the season before we give last season hurrahs to 3 players. I'll say last season, or last game of the season hurrahs to 3 players. Having to make some decisions as to who to let go in the summer as well. So I'm going to be deliberating over that a lot over the next probably hour or so after this game and this video is done. So here we go then, hopefully a decent performance. Let's pop it up to extended highlights again as well. Oh, you fighter, that were close. Cracking free kick from that lad. Damn close that was. So as finished down, we're on 100 points. If we can win by 4 goals, we'll get 100 goals. That'd be sweet. Can't see it happening though. Last game, tiredness. Go on, Hughesy lad. Goal! See what I mean? I love it how he cuts inside. He does it all the time. He runs at them, gets them all in a tiz, and then cuts inside and belts it into the back of the net. Come on, guys, let's have them. Let's do these. Oh dear. Oh, what a goal. Oh, it's a free kick given, because that was a cracking finish. I'd have applauded that. What are you off? Moonwalking back into the goal. Come on, guys. Get that ball off him. Bit of an anti-climax. This is after the 7-3 thriller last time out at this ground at home, North Street. I'm expecting it, because we've gone up, we'll probably do some stadium renovations, and I'll end up playing at some stupid place like the Don Valley or something. Oh, Mason! What was that all about? His finishing seriously needs to be worked on, because he piles a lot of shots wide. Come on. Box. Stow Bradley. Mason! Oh, good save. Hughes Mason. Hughes Mason. Corner. Well, it's not the 7-3 game. Oh, Wildy's in there. Now, see, Wildy's one of those that I'm umming and ahhing about as to whether he'll be able to cope in League 2. I might keep him around maybe as a backup and see, but I'm going to have to bring in another central defender in the summer. Hughes Mason, that was poor. I'll have to bring in another central defender in the summer, that's for sure. There's a lad who's been at Shrewsbury this season, James Tank. He's been a tank for them as well. He's broken the record for Man of the Match awards or something, I think. And I tried to sign him. I didn't really look closely enough. I tried to sign him, and it came out they wanted $2.5 million for him, and I was laughing my ass off. And then I realised he was on loan from Wolves, so I just kind of delved in there for him because I like the look of him as a player and his stats. And I actually was prepared to pay 500 grand for him, but I'm not going to be doing that now. I'm not. It was a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to thinking I needed to sign a defender. Looking back at it, I'd have been disappointed to pay 500 grand for a defender at League 1 level. Oh, brilliant from Gerling. Put Pell off there, enough for the defenders to clear it. Superb. But yeah, so we're going to be looking for a central defender in this summer transfer window. So there's a few players, a few regions that have cropped up, and a few youth players that have progressed quite well that I'm having a look at. So we'll see. Bass nearly got that. We'll see where we end up with those. Right, Bassy lad, I'm going to flick you back into left back now and give Rob Taylor a game, and Dom back so you can come off of Ryan Hall. And we'll see where we go with that. So Crewe made the playoffs, which I'm pleased about. So they've been struggling a lot of late. Oxford and Milton Keynes have gone up with us automatically, which was what I expected. Milton Keynes, I'm surprised haven't done better in the league, to be honest. They had a poor start though, to be fair. They basically didn't start well at all. Go on. Oh, he tried to sort of curl it around the keeper. That was lucky, that was. I'm interested to see how he steps up into League 1. A few of them, to be honest, will be very interesting to see. Bradders is one that I'm considering letting go. That he's been brilliant for me, but Taylor, I don't know if how he'll cut it in the league above, but we'll soon see. I might give a few of them a probation period, and if they're not looking like they're going to cope, then I'll try and sell them before the end of the window. Go on, goal, Lazio, 30th of the season for Hughes Mason. What a player he's turning into. I knew he would eventually, I just didn't know how long it would take. I knew he'd turn into a good goal scorer for us, that's why I brought him. And I know a few people said to me on Twitter, you brought him, you spent 40k on him, and you're not really playing him much. Oh, they've got one, Bar Stewards. That was basically because there was no way he was going to dislodge the likes of what was his name, Sean Ryan. There was no way that was going to happen. And Ryan's partnership with whoever he had up front of him at the time, I can't remember now, was doing really well. Robertson, I think it was, wasn't it? So excuse me guys, I'm boring myself. There was no way he was going to get in, but as is the case with a lot of these go on, get in, go on, Hattrico. The case with a lot of these players, they sorry, my dog's at the door. I can hear my dog sort of slowly growling at the door at nothing because there's nobody outside from what I can see. Anyway, yeah, a lot of the lower league players, you bring them in, they don't get in there straight away, but if you leave them to gel in the club, they're at the club doing the training and stuff around the players, involve them as subs and stuff like that, they'll eventually get to the point where they start doing really well for the team. So and then when they come in, they're ready and they really do well. So that's the way I work it anyway. It doesn't always work with some of them. Some of them just get let go and don't never get really involved. But players like Hughes Mason, who I'd recommend anybody to sign, get in. A nice 4-1 win, the hat-trick for Hughes Mason on the final day of the season. Happy with that. Yeah, so I'd recommend anybody to buy him. He's done a brilliant job for me. Absolutely brilliant job. So, a little drink intake. I need to go have some breakfast soon because it's like it's 5 to 11 and I'm not eating it. So there you go. I thought I clicked that already. But a fantastic season all round for us. Been really impressed. Even in our slump, which wasn't as bad as our normal slump, when we slumped this time we lost a couple and drew a lot, so you know, as far as slump goes it wasn't too bad. And I'm not sure, but yeah, we finished 11 points clear of Oxford. I can just see it down here in the bottom corner. Got 100 goals as well. I said if we got 4 goals we get 100 goals. Happy with that. So yeah, 100 goals, decent tally. We've done. I've been really impressed with us this season. Played some fantastic stuff. Beaten some great teams. I mean, the Wigan game was astronomically good. There it is, just confirmation we've lifted the trophy on the final day of the season. Fantastic result. I'm trying to get rid of Ashworth now. I've offered him on a free, you know, his wage demands. Well, I'm sure he'll go in the summer, I'm sure. Robertson's been offered out as well. So we've got one team from non-league and one team from the league above looking at him. How bizarre the game of football is. I need to make a decision on Ryan Hall as well, as to whether to bring him in or not. I don't know when if his contract runs at the end of the season, which it does. I'm not going to be paying £7 grand for him. I only put that in so I guarantee that he'd come to us. And the modern attack, I'm letting him go on a free as well. I brought him in on a free, and I'm going to let him go on a free because he's going to struggle to get in the team. He's done brilliantly while he's been here. Don't get me wrong, but he's going to struggle to get in the team. So let me just do this quickly because I only really quickly skittle through these. Don't need him. I'm not listing him yet. He's done good for me. He deserves a chance. Praise, of course I'm going to praise this lad. Well done, Flower. And I want to praise Ryan Hall as well. He has done well while he's been on loan. No bother, Flower, no bother. So you can get stuff Flower Pot, and yeah, let's get Wildy. Wildy tutoring Noel and Wall at the club together still. Decision needs to be made on Wild. I'm probably going to give him the opportunity to play in the league above. So a quick little look at player stats. So Hughes Mason finished 4th in the in Alfreton's sorry, I lost my computer. That's what I'm trying to put there. In the average rating. I think behind Mcindawiri, Jamie Tank, that was it, not James Tank, and Rod Marson. Well, look at that, we dominated that with all 5 players being ours at the top there. Hughes Mason came 3rd in the assists column and top of the goal scorers, so he's had a brilliant season. And he also got 10 Player of the Matches award, so that's a very decent tally indeed. So if we have a look at selection info, most appearances went to Craig Stone with 49, 1 sub. That's an impressive tally. Wild just behind him. We've been really lucky with key player injuries, really. We haven't had that many. Goals, obviously Hughes Mason with 31 and Everest with 21, and then Sikaji with 10, and then Rob Taylor with 9, Bradley with 8, and then we dropped down into Frey Bass with 4, O'Keefe with 4, Stone with 4, and yeah, we've had a decent season goals wise. Really, I mean, Cole has scored for us. That's his issue. That's his thing on loan. Obviously, the keeper's not going to score. And there's only 2 players that have played in the league for us this season that haven't scored. That's impressive. And average rating obviously is Hughes Mason, with Wild, Bradley, Ryan, Regan, O'Keefe, Everest following up. So they've had a good season. Finance wise, we're in a healthy position, £2.3 million in the bank. Expenditure wise, last season was £5 million, that's obviously from a lot of work we had done, and £3 million this season because we had some more work done. Income wise, last season we made 5.7, this year we've made 4.7, and the salary total this season has been £19,500, and the projections pretty good. Turnover decent, expenditure quite good really, considering we've done a lot of work. So the balance of 2.3 million. So we've done well. We've made £976,000 profit this season. We've done a brilliant job really, and we're looking decent for the future financially so far anyway. So let's try and talk to the board, because I want the board. Oh, they won't let me. I've already said no. I wonder if they'll improve. We agree, therefore we'll look into it right away. Happy with that. How much are you going to spend? 950,000. That's not too much of a dent in the finances. So they basically cost us nothing, because the profit we've made has covered it. So I'm happy with that. Very happy indeed. So guys, I don't think there's anything else really I need to show you that I can think of. So thanks for watching. This has been episode 20, a brilliant landmark. I've never done 20 videos of one series before. I've always either people haven't showed enough interest. I mean, I know I'm only getting about 15 views on these videos, but they're the 15 guys that this video is specifically made for. You know, I want to make this specifically for the people who want to see the save, not for those who want me to start spending millions of pounds on players and bringing in loads of foreign players and stuff like that. That's not how I do my saves. So thank you again for watching, guys. I really appreciate the likes that you've given me over the last couple of videos as well, and the comments that I've had on Twitter off you. It's been really appreciative. And oh yeah, by the way, Jose Mourinho's left Chelsea and gone back to Real Madrid. He was just like Real Madrid and Chelsea. I'll be back at Chelsea soon, I bet. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you next episode next season. Toodaloo!